All right, we're going to give a demonstration of the casting procedure for the Rodeo elbow brace for bareback riders that we've designed, and the casting procedure we found has worked well. Start out with a wet 2-inch stockinette, seems to work well. We mark the mid AP of the elbow, and the olecranon, and then mid olecranon, and then we mark 2-inch increments proximally and distally from there. So 2, 4, and 6, and 2, 4, 6, and 8. To determine lengths, usually we go where the deltoid attached to the bicep, usually around 6.5 to 7 inches, and distally, usually around 7.5 inches. Someone with a really long arm will go to 8 inches, and the short arms back to 7, just to make sure they've got enough room to tape their glove on. We also mark the ulna, because we put a silicone pad in there to absorb the impact during the ride on the distal end of the brace. And from there, use a surgical tubing to make it easier to cut the cast off afterwards, and usually a 3 and a 2-inch synthetic casting tape works best. Usually you take your measurements prior to that with an ml caliper, and take the measurements at perpendicular to the elbow joint, and just take them every 2 inch, preferably in centimeters. Makes it a little bit easier. And then the casting procedure, start off with the 3-inch, and of course this casting procedure isn't the only way to do it. It's just a method in which we found has worked well, and we've done a couple hundred of them now, and we've had really good success with it. The odd person with a really big arm, you may need 2 3-inchers. Seems like it's a big competition between all the bareback riders, though, who has the biggest arm. Then have them scoot to the edge of their chair and go in and put one hand on the medial wall at the axilla and the other one on the forearm, and have them go into the riding position so you get the angle of their elbow and also all their muscles tensing up to get a true mold of the arm in the riding position. And then once that is set up, then just remove the cast. Any questions, give me a call. Thanks. Okay, when you receive your brace, as far as the fitting procedure, what I find the best is to take the pads that are in there out, put the brace on, line it up so that the bone at the back of your elbow is even with the middle of the joints, and then see how much space there is between the joints in your arm. And you want to get the maximum thickness pad in between there. You'll have several pads that'll come with the brace, and for this one, these are the pads that we found get the best control. And then, and that's all there is for a fitting procedure. Most of the guys, best to talk to them as far as how to best tape it on. And then as far as extension stops, there's two little Allen keys here. Take them out, and then you can remove the stop and put in the different stops that come with it. Usually the 20 degree is what comes with it, and then if you want more flexion, you can go to a 30 degree, or less flexion, you can go down to a 10 or a 6.